Hey, Flashers, welcome back. Another episode of From Hot Girls to Hot Flashes. Now, we're going to get right into it this week because a couple weeks ago, if you remember, we were discussing mood disorders. Kiki, do you remember how you were telling the people about the things that were, good for them, things that could affect their mood, and you presented the cookbook?
Yes,
So,
foods
yeah,
that you
so the cook,
should be eating, foods that help you during perimenopause. Yes, we talked
right,
about that.
right. So, Kiki and our producer, Elisa, they swear by this book. They love it. And it really does make a difference, you guys. The things that you put in your body, good food, healthy food is so important. However, we are starting to notice now that there's a difference in the foods that we eat.
There's a lot of GMO foods out there, and GMO is genetically modified organisms. It's the food that is created, I guess, or has different chemicals and things in it that aren't necessarily healthy for us, that are not helping our bodies. And so GMO, you've heard of that for a really long time, GMOs. And so those foods are the foods that we should try to avoid, but sometimes it's kind of hard. But we do have we're gonna get into how you can and make better food choices that can help you get through this perimenopause journey.
And with the GMO, yeah, we always see things like, oh, just make sure it's non-GMO, non-GMO. Even going so back as far as the 90s, do you remember the Chinese food? Kiki, no MSG. Can I get so and so? No MSG. Didn't have a clue as to
What
what
MSG was.
MSG was. MSG, I think, is monosodium glutamate. And what that is, you guys, it was a flavor enhancer for
Mhm,
umami because now umami is now a flavor category in the savory. It's like the really savory stuff that you ingest. So for years, they had us thinking, oh my God, MSG is terrible. MSG is bad for you. Come to find out, it's simply a flavor enhancer. With GMO, a genetically modified organism, yes, you want to be careful with that. But thanks to the Campbell Soup president, yes, I'm talking about that happened a couple of months ago. Do y'all remember? Kiki, do you recall the president of Campbell Soup got caught on a hot
mhm.
mic talking
Yes.
about half of that stuff was made of what, 3D printer, like 3D printer
Mhm.
material?
I know, not real food. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So now, y'all, they have found a way to get it in there. They have switched the GMO to bioengineered ingredients.
Mhm.
My husband and I were grocery shopping. Now, let me tell y'all something about this man. He will grocery shop. He will shop till the cows come home with those groceries. I've had to gather him several times in Aldi, Kroger, Publix, the farmer's market. Sir, come on, let's go. But I found out what he had been doing lately. I'm saying, "What's taking you so long?" Y'all, he was reading the back of boxes. He was reading the labels, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "Nah, the thing about the bioengineered ingredients." I'm like, "What do you mean?" Kiki, it's everywhere.
It is, it is. And we've gotten to the point where me and my husband, we have skin issues. Perimenopause gives you like dry skin and all kinds. So we have started looking at the ingredients in soaps even when we go to the store. We found one that has 7 ingredients and all of them are all natural. And that's what we've been using lately. But not only what you put inside of your body, but the outside matters as well. You have to be careful about all these chemicals that are in your foods and what you are putting in your body because perimenopause, it takes not a whole lot to set us off, right? And we are trying to maintain our gut health, trying to maintain our, make sure that we don't eat too many inflammatory foods because if
Mhm.
anything can set you off. Our joints depend on what you ingest, like so many things that are going on with this perimenopause journey comes back to what you're putting inside of your body. So you have got to be careful about the things you eat and take it back to the basics, right?
Yes.
When we were kids, your mom was like, "Well, you need to eat your fruits and eat your veggies and, and don't eat so much sugar, drink water." All those things that we were told, that's what we need to go back to during this perimenopause journey.
And y'all, it's not the things that are obvious. Just like
Mhm.
Kiki said, fruits, vegetables are great. We started doing a deep dive. When I tell you all, half of the food in our pantry is gone, and I'm still reading certain things. I'm like going through, checking. Perfect example cereal. Oh, baby, I brought examples. Cereal. We're taught cereal in the morning, but you know what? I'm going to take it easy and do something easy like Raisin Bran or Chex Mix with my almond milk. Here we go. Example number one.
Not
Strawberry
exist.
vanilla Chex. Yes, I'm calling it out. Love me some Chex. When I do cereal, if it's not Raisin Bran, love me some cereal. I'm looking and checking, and it clearly says ingredients derived from a bioengineered source.
Wow.
Y'all, that's the way they're sticking it
Wow.
up there. So, what exactly is the bioengineered product? We don't
You
know.
don't
The
know.
only thing we know is that we're ingesting it. And think about it. These companies, they're not going to be held liable because why? It's printed right there on the
They
package.
told you. Yep.
Girl, got
They
another one
gave you
for you.
fair warning, right? Before you put it in your
Yes,
body. They told you it could be
yes,
made in a place that processes some kind of chemicals. They could
right.
be putting oil in your body and you wouldn't know it. So yeah,
Yep.
it's
Something that
dangerous.
triggers anything that's going on with perimenopause and menopause. Got another one for you. My husband has a sweet tooth. Loves muffins, cakes, Martha White, cinnamon apple. Just add milk. I'll add soy milk and I'll be fine. Let's check the back, shall we? And it says contains wheat ingredients, may contain egg, milk, and soybean ingredients, contains a bioengineered food product, food ingredient. It's right there on the packet. Y'all, I feel so strongly about this. Kiki, I'm
And
getting
my
hot.
thing is, what
You
is
see
the
me flashing?
bioengineered food ingredient? What is that? Can you tell me what that means, Martha White? Please tell
Yes.
me.
Yes,
What is
check
that?
mix. Y'all are deliberately think about it. It's not enough cows to go around. I've always said that. It's not enough cows to go around, and I am a dyed in the wool carn. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. You may have noticed we had a little technical difficulty in talking about these bioengineered ingredients. Kiki, I got so upset and so hot. Sorry, flashers, but we had technical difficulty thanks to me because every time I think about this, Kiki, I get so upset. What are they doing to us? We hear all the time, oh, the US food is not healthy. I will go to
And it's
Canada.
not.
I will go anytime I go out of the country. I can eat for days. I come back, I've lost weight. In one day, I will come back home, even trying to eat healthy. And here it is, we're ballooning up again. So, what
Mhm.
exactly are they doing to us with this food?
Exactly. What is a engineered ingredient is what I want to know. Like, what does that mean for us? What are we putting inside of our bodies? Because, the GMOs and the bioengineered food, it can be anything. A lot of GMOs are fruits and vegetables like corn, soybeans, canola, sugar beets, some of it like potatoes, summer squash, apples, papayas, like those
If they're
those cute
grown,
little
think about it. If
strawberries
they're
that you
grown,
see in the store, the
yeah.
little white ones or whatever, all that stuff
Mhm.
is engineered. So, how do you know what you can eat? You're in the store. I'm going to the fruit and vegetable aisle or area, produce area in the store. Let me get some produce because that's what I'm supposed to be eating. How do you know that the produce is safe? How do you know what you're eating
Exactly.
is right?
And one of the things that always trip me out, y'all, is organic. Do it organically.
Mhm.
Everything organic is not good for you. Okay, let's take the Impossible Burger. Burger King. Yeah, we calling y'all out this week. Listen, Burger King, the Impossible Burger, all these places, it's nothing but chemicals, additives, preservatives pressed together with a little MSG for umami, savory, and then this is so good. This is so healthy. No, it's not. My parents down in South Georgia, my parents have a whole garden. And I'm not talking about, one little row. I'm talking about they plant corn, cucumbers, watermelon. Like they do everything. Ever since COVID, my parents, they are people of the earth, honey. They touch grass. You hear me? They are out there doing it.
Her
And
family has an estate, people. I mean, they are out there on their estate just, planting things and
I
doing the
have no idea
things.
what you mean. I have no idea what you mean. Anyway, but there are ways, you guys, like if you get it straight from the ground, you already know what you're getting. But everything is designed to last for shelf life. What do you think is making these things last on the shelf? You got these additives, you got these preservatives. Let's see. Now, one of the things that my husband loves to do is go shopping at, different places. Asian market. Now we love First Oriental Market. Shout out Avondale, in Atlanta. First Oriental Market. Oshi prawn crackers. These are made in Thailand. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Product of the Philippines. I apologize to Thailand and the Philippines. A product of the Philippines, manufactured, size, weight, consumed before whatever date. There is nothing listed with the exception of ingredients. Made on equipment and or facility that also processes eggs, milk, peanuts, and tree nuts. That's it. No may contain a bioengineered product. The president of the Campbell Soup Company. You cracked the door open for us to realize, hey, maybe we should take a better look, a closer
Mhm.
look. Check your cabinets, see
Yeah.
what you got.
Yeah.
It
'Cause you
costs us a
never
little
know.
money, but it's worth it not to put anything in my system that's going to trigger a hot flash, mood swings, irritability, things of that nature.
The inflammation that seems to not wanna go away, like, you're so bloated all the time.
The
Yeah,
minnow
that
belly. The
oh, yeah.
minnow belly they complain about. It's like, how do we
This
know
not
this
they, it's
stuff?
me. I know you don't have it. I have it. It's a thing, yes.
And other flashers, you may have it as well. But the things that are fighting against us are the things that we're actually pressing towards. Think about it. Health and wellness. Let me drink my water. Now you got to worry about microplastics. If you don't have a filtration system, you can't leave a water bottle out in the car for more than a day or you're going to have an issue. Well, let me get these strawberries. These strawberries are organic. You don't know what was made to manufacture those. Stuff like broccoli. Broccoli is not even a real vegetable.
So
But,
my thing is what makes something organic? I have not researched that, but what's the difference between organic and that? Like cuz you would think that the foods they grow on a farm, you use like the same products in everything. So what makes this organic? What makes the organic even better than the regular food? Because my thing is if I can't afford the organic because of course organic costs more and I'm buying these regular bananas as opposed to the organic bananas. Am I gonna be unhealthy or get some kind of side effects from the regular bananas because I couldn't afford to buy the organic bananas? Like, what's the difference and why?
we have been taught that now we know fat is cheap. To pay for anything fattening, oh, you're gonna get a good deal. But healthy
Oh
is
yeah, so
expensive.
expensive.
Girl, that's why I say, you have to really be mindful. How can you expect to get healthy and make your family healthy and this and that if, you know what, if I buy these chips that are loaded with sodium additives and preservatives, they're 99 cents as opposed to, let me get these healthy tortilla chips made with avocado oil. They're, $7. So it's almost as if it's the deliberate keeping down insurance
Yeah. Oh
companies,
yeah.
medical professions. We
Keep
will
people
talk about that
obese.
later.
Yes, obese with high blood pressure and
Yeah,
diabetes and all the things.
yeah.
Exactly. It
So
seems
now
like
you're
that's the plan of the corporations. And I think for me during perimenopause, it's a struggle to eat healthy because like the way my body is set up right now, it is so like I can only eat certain things. Like I have to want it. So I can go and like make a salad or go and make these veggies, but then it's like, did I really want that? Not really. And it's hard for me to ingest it or keep it down. So it's already a battle during perimenopause to eat certain things. And then to now know that those certain things that I'm eating may not even be what I think they are. They may not be as healthy as I think they are. We just have to make smart food choices and think about the things that you're putting in your body. Research it. We always
yeah,
say research, talk to your medical professional. Use some of these cookbooks because I have some
yes,
sitting right over here, anti-inflammatories and all these books and take it back to the basics. Go back
right,
to what you know because as we were younger, our parents, like you said, your parents grow their own food. My mother was really health conscious about what we were eating and make sure that we have veggies and that we have fruit and that you're not going to spend your whole day eating cookies and chips and
right,
drinking sodas.
right.
So
Yeah,
we
those
have
are
to get
treats.
back to those things.
Yeah, those are treats. And y'all, everything in moderation. But now, especially going through this perimenopause journey, we are empowered to take control of what goes in our body, what goes in our cabinets, what goes in our refrigerators. Take the time to look and see. And, you have some people, well, if we do all that, it's not going to be anything we can eat. Okay. But you won't have the minnow belly. You won't have a hot flash out of nowhere, irritability, mood swings, scratching, all this other stuff. You have to think everything is connected. And the whole thing is, okay, we see what's going on now. So, what are you going to do about it? Like Kiki said, do your research, take the time. Sometimes you have to get back to the basics. I still have people telling me, I can't stand to drink water. Put some lemon in it. Put some lime juice, cucumber, something to brighten it up. If it's not a bioengineered food product, you know, use, use something to brighten it up. But you have to get to the point where you're taking control of your health and note what you're putting in your body. Y'all better read those
Mhm.
labels. You see it on TikTok all the
Yeah.
time and all these other
Mhm.
platforms. Read the labels. Okay. All
Yes, yes.
right.
And like I said,
Kiki.
we've started reading the labels for just about everything. I don't use like lotions and stuff, and we'll talk about this on a later episode about skin health and things like that. But you just have to be mindful of what you put on your body, what you put in your body, because at this age in our lives, and we're not trying to preach and tell you what you have to do. Everything is different for everybody. What works for me may not work for you. You may be able to go to McDonald's and eat the fries every day and it not affect you in any kind of way. But, for most of us, we have to be mindful. You can do those things on occasion, but on a daily basis, try to make sure you are ingesting healthy things. If you're going to eat ground beef, do lean. If you're going to eat potatoes, buy the potatoes yourself and slice them and cook them yourself so that you'll know exactly what's going into them because we don't know what the fast food restaurants are doing. We don't know, you know, first of all, cleanliness, honey. But
Girl, you
second,
better check those scores. Check those scores.
yes.
And check this out. The meat, another thing, real quickly. The meat, read the labels on the meat.
Mhm.
There are labels now that says this is a cultivated meat product. There's a difference between a cultivated meat product and 100% bison. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. You just have to be mindful because the scapegoat for the larger, for the corporations is it's on the packaging. And then we have nothing to go off of. So Kiki, I think this was a great topic, letting the people know, read, see what's going in your body, see what's going in your kids' body, your grandkids' body,
Exactly.
your
Yep.
husband's body.
Mhm.
Y'all, it's
Yeah,
all about knowledge, and knowledge is power.
it is.
So I think
And
that's
ma
all
and
we
going
have
back to
today.
meat before we wrap it up, and
Mhm.
I know down south we have local butchers, back in my hometown, the butcher, there's a butcher shop. They make their own, whatever it takes to process the meat, they do it right there. I
Mhm.
know we have people who go hunting and get deer, and you can get like fresh deer meat is a thing in the South. So,
Yes.
just kind of know what you're eating, know from whence it came, and, know what you're putting in your body before you put it in there, and just be mindful so that you can be healthy and be a hot girl for as long as possible.
Listen, because it's one thing to be like, "Oh, I just want a salad. I'm just so cute and it's all right," to child, please, them potato chips over there, two for $1. Go grab me that and, some little Debbie snack cake, some rum cake. Oh,
Oh,
and a
not little
Diet Coke.
Debbie's honey.
Yes. All right, Flashers. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Hopefully, we've been able to give you some great information. We are not dietitians, we are not food consumption experts.
No.
We just know what works for us. So
Mhm.
feel free to chime in, comment. Thank you all so much for the support. And until next week, you guys, we will see
Bye.
you later.